Welcome back to the One and Done channel. So what are we doing today? Next project, we're going to change this old school flip switch with the old school gold handle to a Wi-Fi switch. And we are going to do that because it's cooler. It's going to allow us to do more things, set a schedule, turn this thing on and off via an app. It's going to allow us to also set an on-off timer, as well as just control it via our phone. So let's get started. How do we get rid of this and put in this? Remove these with a flathead screwdriver. With one of these induction tools, you can use this to find out which one is hot, which one is load. This one is hot, this one is the load. Flip the switch, hot and hot. That means that's going to the light, that's coming from the wall, from the box and the panel. That's your live wire. Turn off your breaker first. Now that your breaker's off and you know which one is the live wire and which one is the load wire, aka the wire that's going to the light, you can actually start to take this out of the box and start working. You can use a Phillips head or you can use a drill at low speed and take these screws out. One on the top and this one on the bottom. Now in the back of this light, the wires may be going inside this small hole. What you're going to do is going to take a really thin, like a 0 flathead. You're going to stick it inside of this piece here. And where it says push to release, you're going to try your best with one hand to hold this, the other one stick this thing all the way inside this hole and then simply pull the wire out. If it's around the screw here, then you can just simply loosen up the screw and take your wire out. So note this correction. We already found our hot wire and we found our load wire, the wire that's going to the lights. This is describing colors. In this it says black wire. That is right. Our hot wire is black. Neutral, our neutral wire is white. Our ground wire is not green. It's actually bare. And our load wire, which is the wire going to our lights, is not red. It's actually black also. So don't follow this, follow what you found. So according to our testing, this is our hot, that is black. This is our ground, it's bare, it's not green. And this is our load, the wire that's going to the actual lights. That's our load wire. That's gonna go to where it says load. This is our neutral. Our neutral, we're gonna need to tap off of this neutral because in this Wi-Fi switch and all Wi-Fi switches, usually you need a wire from here to go also to the switch itself, like we showed you in the diagram earlier, and just a clip before was the white. So we're gonna have to take this cap off, unscrew it, put a wire going from here out and connect that to our white connection on our Wi-Fi switch. So there you go. We unscrewed the cap, we added this little white wire, and most of the Wi-Fi switches, they actually come with this wire so you can add it. So we're ready to go. All right, so we're all hooked up. We got our neutral, going to our neutral connection on the switch. We have our hot line going to the hot. We've got our bare wire going to that ground, remember that green screw. And then we have our load connected right here, which is the wire that's going to the actual light switch. So the next thing we gotta do is just take this, turn our breaker back on, make sure that we get a blue light flashing here. We put it back in the box, we keep it loose, we make sure that everything works as a regular switch, and then we follow the directions to program this thing. And usually these Wi-Fi switches, they stay on your 2.4 gigahertz network, and you follow the directions that it says, and you put this thing online through your phone or your tablet or whatever mobile device that you're going to use to control your lights. And that's it. One and done. We're finished. Going to be a final shot of the finished product, and we're out of here. But before we go, you might want to put some electrical tape around here just to cover these exposed, powered wires and stuff like that. It's just the best practice, Don't want to burn the house down. Fires are bad. Okay, all done. This has been installed. Everything is working. I'm not going to go into how you program it to get on your network because every light switch, when Wi-Fi smart switches are different, yours may be different, but this particular one, you hold the switch down for 3 seconds. Once it has power, it'll start to flash blue right here, and then the app will prompt you for how to get on the network and your password and so on and so forth. But this one is working, and to give it a test, we're going to hit that switch. The blue light says it's all good, and there is definitely light in the room. All right, everybody, on to the next project. Now this part is something that novice may not know. So this connection, although it looks like a Phillips head, this one here, that's actually something called an ECX. Now you can use a square or you can use a Phillips, but the thing that fits the best is this right here. This is an ECX bit. And if you look at the tip of it, has this weird shape. Let me see if I can focus that. But that weird shape fits perfectly inside these connections for switches. That goes right in here and lines up, if I can get it right in there. And it's the perfect fitting for this type. So you can use this to loosen these nuts and loosen these screws rather. Works way better than the Phillips. And this again is called an ECX. There it is. ECX size 1, and there's also an ECX 2. So pick yourself up one of these. It'll definitely help you get these screws out and be able to tighten them much more accurately.